joining us on this Monday, March 30th. Reporting from homes across the state, this is the Appalachian Weekly News. We've got your local update regarding COVID-19 developments, followed by an additional news report, then Spanish language translations. I'm Sadie Maddock.
Hi everyone, I'm Katie Garceran here with your COVID-19 update for Boone, North Carolina. App Healthcare announced Friday that 2 more people in Watauga County have tested positive for the coronavirus. They said both people had travel history and have been in isolation since testing. People who came in contact with those that are infected are also in quarantine. Jennifer Green is the health director at App Healthcare. She says if you become sick, call your healthcare provider or App Healthcare before going to a doctor or an emergency room. The Hospitality House announced they are not offering one-night services to people outside their designated areas. This includes anyone outside of Ashe, Wilkes, Watauga, Avery, Mitchell, Yancey, and Allegheny counties. Anyone outside of these counties will still be offered takeout meals and a bus pass. They will be offered a tent or a sleeping bag if they do not have a place to sleep. Tina Kraus is the executive director of the Hospitality House. She says this decision was not made lightly, and they remain steadfast in their mission to help the High Country. Starting March 26 at 12 in the afternoon, Watauga County is ending any short-term rentals. According to a press release, short-term rental properties include places like Airbnbs, hotels, and resorts. It also includes any places where leases are less than 30 days. Certain exceptions are allowed to people like emergency personnel, medical and construction workers, and places like emergency facilities. For more details, you can go to theappalachianonline.com. Watauga Medical Center and Cannon Memorial Hospital won't be allowing any more visitors. This was decided Tuesday night. Exceptions will be made in specific cases. These cases include a hospitalized minor, patients at the end of their lives, patients needing help with decisions, or patients giving birth. The Appalachian Regional Healthcare staff says the health and safety of their patients, families, and staff remains their top priority. I'm Katie Garceran, and here's more from Grace Smith with Boone's COVID-19 update.
Thanks for the update, Katie. Now let's see how COVID-19 is affecting administrative decisions. Governor Roy Cooper signed an order that demanded the closure of all K-12 schools until May 15th. On March 14th, Cooper said schools would be closed until March 30th, but an executive order that went out last Monday extended the reopening date till May 15th. This order also requires the close of all salons, gyms, and theaters. Gatherings of more than 50 people have been banned. Graduating seniors react to the news of a virtual commencement ceremony. A petition to postpone the ceremony instead of having a virtual commencement has reached 3,800 signatures. Chief Communications Officer Megan Hayes says there are no formal plans for speakers or the structure of the ceremony. She acknowledges that the digital alternative is not nearly as good as a traditional ceremony, but the planning team will do everything they can to honor the graduating students. Boone has prohibited the use of all town-owned public buildings because of COVID-19. This decision was authorized under the state of emergency, which was issued March 14th. Some locations affected by this closure are the Jones House Community Center, Daniel Boone Park and Amphitheater, and Town Hall. Outdoor facilities will remain open for the time being. Citizens with utility or other payments should take advantage of the town's online paying system. Public safety operations will continue to respond to emergency calls, but Boone Fire Department has limited units responding to medical calls. That's all from me.
On Monday, March 30th at 5 p.m., Governor Roy Cooper's stay-at-home orders go into effect. People in North Carolina must stay at home unless leaving for essential reasons like work, food, medicine, outdoor exercise, or to help others. Gatherings of more than 10 people are not allowed. Here is your guide to stay-at-home orders. Many governors who have issued these plans stated the orders would be effective until further notice, but others put them in effect for 30 days with the option to terminate or extend orders. Fauci said it is very difficult to predict how long stay-at-home will last. Only businesses and nonprofits deemed essential will remain open. This means hospitals, grocery stores, pharmacies, post offices, banks, gas stations, Some transportation and the occasional pet store will stay open. Other things like news organizations, local governments, and education will still operate at a distance over video, phone, and online communications. Businesses and organizations that pertain to the safety, sanitation, and health of the population will be open still. Individual governors make their own requirements on the specifics of things like takeout and delivery food services into homeless shelters. Healthy family and friends can still deliver medication and food to their family members who may be confined to their homes. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention has advised those over 60 and those with severe chronic medical conditions to stay in their homes. If the state allows, there are also food delivery services available to these residents. If you work for an essential business as defined by the state, you can still go to work. Jobs such as waste management, water and electric facilities, public safety, and food and medical delivery are all considered essential. Otherwise, you must have a permit to work outside your home. If eligible under new criteria, you can file for unemployment. The U.S. Department of Labor is permitting flexibility for states to amend unemployment laws to provide benefits related to COVID-19 in 3 cases. Quote, an employer temporarily ceases operations due to COVID-19, preventing employees from coming to work. An individual is quarantined with the expectation of returning to work after the quarantine is over, and an individual leaves employment due to a risk of exposure or infection or to care for a family member. You can still go to the grocery store during its set hours. These hours may have changed due to cleaning or restocking purposes. The recommendation is to go to the store as few times as possible during the stay-at-home period. You can go on walks, runs, to parks, but make sure to still follow social distancing recommendations, which is staying 6 feet away from every other person. Playgrounds will likely be closed during stay-at-home periods. In Mecklenburg County, a violation can result in a Class 2 misdemeanor. In other places, a violation can result in jail time or fines. The governor has the power to enforce these laws. In Italy and China, where stay-at-home policies have been enforced with more aggression, they've put in roadblocks to make sure people don't travel too far from their homes. In the States, stay-at-home policy enforcement is still not entirely clear.
Hi everyone, Katie Garceran here again just to give you guys some resources. For more information regarding the virus or symptoms, you can visit the cdc.gov/coronavirus. To help with finding resources in North Carolina specifically, you can visit the Division of Public Health website at ncdhhs.gov/coronavirus. Again, that is ncdhhs.gov/coronavirus. And lastly, a COVID-19 hotline dedicated to answering general, non-emergency questions can be reached at 1-866-462-3821. Again, that is 1-866-462-3821. Please stay safe, everyone. Wash your hands and practice social distancing. Thank you so much and have a great week.
Thank you for joining us. This is the Appalachian Weekly News. I'm Muckenfuss, reporting from Durham, North Carolina. For the first time in over 10 years, the Boy Scouts of America awarded the Venturing Leadership Award to an App State student. Venturing is a program in the Scouts that is co-ed and led by youth. Carly Scott, the award recipient, joined Venturing at the age of 15. Scott was also inducted into the Order of the Arrow, the National Honor Society for the Scouts. The Order of the Arrow became co-ed last February. Scott says that there have been some instances of male pushback. Scott says, quote, "That has been hard to work around. I usually kill them with kindness so they don't have a reason to like me, other than me being a girl," unquote. Speaking of awards, an App State graduate student was awarded $8,000 from the National Board for Certified Counselors. Byron Wells is a student in the counseling program and an intern at the Wellness and Prevention Center. Making counseling available in rural communities is one of Wells's passions. After graduation, Wells plans to work for a wilderness therapy program in Asheville. Congratulations, Byron. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin announced that tax day will move from April 15th to July 15th. This gives taxpayers 3 months to file their taxes. Mnuchin wrote on Twitter, quote, I encourage all taxpayers who may have tax refunds to file now to get your money," unquote. The Appalachian Trail is now at the center of an environmental debate. The Atlantic Coast Pipeline hopes to cut across the trail. The Appalachian Trail is the longest hiking footpath in the world, with more than 3 million visitors per year. The case is now being heard in the Supreme Court, who will hear arguments from the U.S. Forest Service and the Cowpasture River Preservation Association. I'm Anna Muckenfuss.
Mi nombre es Hadasa Rivera. Hoy es domingo 28 de marzo y estoy aquí con su actualización regional de COVID-19. Después del anuncio que la ceremonia de graduación en mayo sería virtual, los graduados de mayo recurrieron a las redes sociales para expresar sus frustraciones sobre la ceremonia. Se abrió una petición de posponer la ceremonia en lugar de hacerla virtual, y esa misma petición ahora tiene más de 3.800 firmas. La canciller admitió que aunque una ceremonia virtual no es lo mismo, el equipo de planeación hará todo lo posible para honrar el arduo trabajo de los estudiantes durante su tiempo en App State. El administrador de la ciudad, John Ward, y el alcalde, Rennie Brantz, emitieron una carta después de que se confirmó que un tercer residente del condado de Watauga tenía el nuevo coronavirus. El personal de la ciudad de Boone está evaluando recursos y haciendo ajustes. Se han realizado varios cambios en los programas de la ciudad, las actividades y el acceso a los edificios municipales. Para más información sobre los cambios, visite nuestra página web en appalachianonline.com. Gracias por ver. Los mantendremos informados sobre más noticias sobre el nuevo coronavirus. Para las noticias semanales de los Apalaches, mi nombre es Hadasa Rivera.
Gracias, Hadasa. Soy Xanayra Marin-Lopez con tu actualización regional de COVID-19 el domingo marzo 29. El 27 de marzo, el gobernador Rivera emitió una orden de sequía en el hogar en todo el estado. La orden entrará en vigencia el lunes a las 5 de la tarde, pero Cooper alienta a las personas a comenzar ahora. La orden ordena a los residentes de Carolina del Norte que se queden en sus casas a menos que necesiten irse para la esencial como trabajo, comida, medicamentos, ejercicio a la libre o para ayudar a otros. También prohíbe las reuniones de más de 10 personas. App Healthcare anunció el viernes que 2 personas más en el condado de Watauga han dado positivo por el coronavirus. Dijeron que ambas personas tenían antecedentes de viaje y que habían estado aisladas desde la prueba. Las personas que entraron en contacto con las personas también están en cuarentena. Jennifer Green es la directora de salud de App Healthcare. Ella dice que si se enferma, llame a su proveedor de atención médico o App Healthcare antes de ir al médico o a la sala de emergencias. Watauga Medical Center y Canyon Memorial Hospital no permitirán más visitas. Esto se decidió el martes por la noche. Se harán excepciones en casos específicos. Estos casos incluyen un menor hospitalizado, pacientes al final de sus vidas, pacientes que necesitan ayuda con decisiones o pacientes que dan a luz. El personal de App Healthcare dice que la salud y la seguridad de los pacientes, familias y personal sigue siendo su principal prioridad. El gobernador Ray Cooper firmó una orden ejecutiva que exige el cierre de todas las escuelas públicas de kindergarten a 12 grado hasta al menos el 15 de mayo. El 14 de marzo, Cooper emitió un estado de emergencia y dijo que las escuelas permanecerán cerradas hasta el 30 de marzo. Una orden ejecutiva que salió el lunes pasado extendió la fecha de reapertura hasta el 15 de mayo. Esa orden también requería que todos los salones, gimnasios y teatros cerraran. Se han prohibido las reuniones de más de 50 personas. Ese desarrollo se debe al número creciente de pacientes con coronavirus en Carolina del Norte. Aquí para mantenerlo informado sobre todos los cambios relacionados con COVID-19, estas son las Appalachian Weekly News. Soy Xanayra Marin-Lopez. Mantén a salvo, lávate las manos y gracias por mirar.
That's our report this week. I'm Anna Muckenfuss. On behalf of all of us at the Appalachian Weekly News, thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay well, and we'll see you next week.